They are Demon Rat and Ghost, I hear. Demon Rat reported, Sir, the target has left the library. We request permission to engage and capture the target immediately. The walkie-talkie crackled. The Elder has warned us of the target's formidable strength. Your orders are to tail him, nothing more. Demon Rat grumbled. This is so boring. Ghost, I cautioned, quit your whining. It looks like the Yanuang have taken an interest in him as well. Long appeared. The device behind him constantly emitted infrasound waves. So, what's he up to? Well, he's engrossed in a mobile game. Suddenly, an attack comes out of nowhere. The attack directly headshot, resulting in game over. He turned around and looked. A person reported, Commander, Y7 armor-piercing bullet has been used to hit the target's head, but he seems to be fine, and also found me. We are 6,000 meters away from here. It is theoretically impossible to be found. Immediately the walkie-talkie transmitted noise, marking the death of the sniper. The commander was a little puzzled. Y7 headshot is fine. Is it really undead? Suddenly a scream came from the monitor. A horde of zombies roared, Master, kill all the humans. The commander started to astonish. The report was right, he said. He really can control the infected. It looks like we've found the source of the outbreak in H City. He wants to change the food chain. What a joke. Initiate Plan B. Sirius Star is online. Target locked. Fire. The missile whistled and rushed over. Long laughed, and said, Is this a firework to welcome me? He controls a legion of flying infected, sending them hurtling towards the missile's fiery embrace, a suicidal dance of moths drawn to the flame. He used the laser cannon he'd grabbed earlier to take out a bunch of missiles. The commander recognized it as his daughter's. Long grinned. Perfect, time to test out my new powers. He scaled the walls, jumping up directly. Laughing, he snatched a missile right out of the air. He took control of the missile and detonated it on the ground. He laughed heartily and exclaimed, How exhilarating. This is my new ability, the Black Tortoise armor. Suddenly someone appeared and sneered, Old man, for a powerful warrior, your laugh is utterly grating. Look at you, you're just sporting a turtle shell. See how delighted you are. Is pretending to be a tortoise really that amusing? Long demanded, Who's there? He sneered, Take a guess. Back at Weiss' place, Evil Sister was yelling, Move aside. I'm gonna chop off that new D***ck of his. Xiao tried to calm her down. Easy, easy. Appetizer just groaned. I thought so, if I understand correctly, you can't control this dick, this black snake, and it can't control you either, right? That's a problem. Usually, we just kill it if someone's infected. Appetizer cried out in pain. Cousin. Bai quickly added, Just kidding. Pang wondered, has Bai lost it? Has the shock been too much for him? Meanwhile, Appetizer had bundled up the thing and tied it into a bag. He was crying. Please, he begged. Someone has to help me. I'm not infected. Z reminded. The next evacuation point is only 20 minutes away from here, and it is the hospital. Why don't you go together to see if you can have a resection surgery? Master and I just received a satellite phone call from our children. We must leave here immediately. Pang was a little surprised. Wow, you have children. Bai realized something. Wait, satellite phone. Bai tried calling Wei on her satellite phone, but couldn't get through. Z reassured her. Communications are down in Sti. You won't be able to reach anyone. Bai nodded. I know. He then offered the phone to the others, saying, Here, you guys can use it. Afterwards, he sat down beside them, sighing heavily. The others immediately turned to make their own calls. They all made calls. Someone said, Hello mom, I'll go home in a few days. I'm fine. Someone tearfully pleaded to their father. Dad, there are monsters everywhere here. I want to go home. Someone also said hello to their mother. Mom, I'm not in H City now, I've been transferred. Matcha said. Then everyone, goodbye. With Bai and Pang, you will surely evacuate safely. Z said, Our child is the reincarnation of Dharma in this life, very important. So we'll take our leave first. Immediately, they jumped down from here. Pang was somewhat shocked. Amazing. They actually left through the window. Lu pulled out a chocolate bar she'd found in Weiss' house and offered it to Bai, saying, Uncle, don't be so down. Here, have some chocolate. Bai didn't respond. Pang was concerned. Li White turned to Pang and asked Pang, What's our next move? Should we head straight to the evacuation point? He replied, No, I figured out that the zombies are mostly active during the day. We'll leave at dawn. For now, let's gather anything useful in this building and take it with us. You guys go ahead. I'll stay here and keep an eye on this bomb. It could go off any minute. Appetizer, frightened, said, Hey man, put the knife down. I'm not infected. Xiao was worried. Bai seems really shaken up. Well, we'll go ahead and search. This building should be safe enough. Bai continued to call out Weiss' name, sighing mournfully with sorrow. Inside the Sirius spacecraft, the commander muttered that Team 2's 5 elements formation might struggle to defeat the enemy without Earth Wolf. Suddenly, the radio crackled. Commander, The Sish in the city is under attack, the commander ordered. Switch the L feed to Sish in H city. His eyes widened in disbelief. That's Erduo from the special abilities team. What in God's name happened to him? Erduo, now a monstrous giant, unleashed a terrifying roar and lunged at the number 1 Sish unit, a whirlwind of fury and destruction. The Sish's lasers bounced harmlessly off Erduo's monstrous form. With a terrifying roar, he brought his massive fist down, obliterating the Sish in a shower of sparks and twisted metal. The commander yelled, "Get me a visual on the number 2 Sish." He breathed a sigh of relief and said, "Fortunately, only one was destroyed. One Sish costs over 100 million. This is all the hard-earned money of the people." But suddenly he saw a shocking scene again. Ghost Stick appeared. His voice boomed with terrifying power, a primal scream of hatred. "Exterminate them all." And with that, he unleashed his destructive power, tearing the number 2 Sish unit apart like a child's toy. The number 3 Sish was destroyed by the transformed evil Arat. He even chanted, "Amitabha." The commander was starting to panic. That's the 5th team's evil Arat and Ghost Stick. I can't believe the elites from all those countries have been infected and taken over. What are we going to do? In the center of H City, Long sneered, "Looking to die, you puny ant." From Special Ability Team 2, Flame Swallow, Li Yi exchanged words. He remarked, "Hey, if they tell you to guess, you just guess." That's shameless. Though inwardly he was utterly shocked. The crucial point is, he actually guessed right. How? Even Captain Leon doesn't know my real name. Is this mind reading? Here Long guessed correctly because in Chinese, ant and Loyi have the same pronunciation. Flame Swallow said, unexpectedly, "My piece of gold in the dark was still discovered by you. It seems I can only treat you to Bird's Nest." Long was a little puzzled. Bird's Nest. Immediately, he spat something out of his mouth towards Long. Long said, "Kid, you are still the first person who dares to spit at me." But he thought, being able to be calm and talk nonsense under my aura, I thought he could spit out flames from his mouth. It seems that this one does not need to be subdued. Flame Swallow laughed loudly and said, "Big brother, this is Bird's Nest, all my essence. Ordinary people are not blessed to enjoy it." Suddenly something was about to sneak attack him. White Wusheng was launching a sneak attack, but someone else intervened and blocked it. White Wusheng said, "Boss, leave these small fries to me and Wuchu." The second team's Ice Snake chimed in, "I'll take care of the opera singer. I love opera." Black Wuchu then arrived, saying, "Boss, I finally found the film you were looking for." Long grinned, "Perfect, that's exactly the film I needed. Wuchu, you take care of that trash over there." Flame Swallow unleashed his signature move. Flame Swallow. The commander tensed up. "Here it comes." That attack only works on those who aren't paying attention. It has to hit. Wuchu sliced the projectile in two, but it still detonated close to Long. Wuchu stammered, "Boss, I didn't mean to. I thought he'd summoned a Pidgeotto to attack you." He frowned, confused. "Huh, what's a Pidgeotto? Those old memories are messing with me again." Flame Swallow meanwhile, was doubled over with laughter. "Oh my god, brother, what kind of henchman do you have? Pidgeotto, who does he think you are? I'm trying to have a serious fight here." Wuchu, enraged, yelled, "I'll kill you." He swung his blade, but the attack was parried. It was Golden Bear, one of the former 18 copper men of the Shaolin Temple, who declared, "You're fighting me." Long noticed something amiss. Suddenly, Long's body started to burn with flames, super high temperature. He said, "This Kuai's saliva is actually burning, and the temperature is extremely high. It seems that I underestimated you." Flame Swallow sarcastically said, "This is called playing the pig to eat the tiger. The surprise is more than this. The Bird's Nest after Special Swallows detonated can continue to burn for 7 days and 7 nights. Now except me, no one can put out the fire on you." He was shocked. "What? My black tortoise armor is melting." Wuchu and Wusheng panicked. "Master, we'll go get some water." Flame Swallow, with a completely straight face, said, "Well, just between us, the secret to putting out these flames is gasoline." Even Golden Bear looked surprised. Their naivete was almost painful to witness. "Really?" they echoed, their voices filled with a desperate hope. Flame Swallow threw back his head and roared with laughter, incredulous. "But of course," he exclaimed, wiping tears from his eyes. "And let me tell you a little secret. A sprinkle of cumin will make that roasted turtle a culinary masterpiece." He decided to use his immortal body to try and contain the flames first. Then he yelled at the two idiots, "You've been reborn, but your brains are still as thick as ever. Kill them." Ice Snake and Golden Bear moved to engage their targets. He took a step back. "Humans have evolved for millennia," Long remarked, "and they've still got a few tricks up their sleeves." He then charged towards Flame Swallow with incredible speed. His voice was a battle cry, a primal scream of intent. Your life ends here. But even as the words left his lips, a figure materialized before him, a whirlwind of motion and power. It was way.The, of the second team, and their fists collided in a thunderous clash. His feet landed. The power collision directly caused the ground to crack. Long praised, and said, unexpectedly, he can unload all the power to the ground in an instant. But he was also injured, saying, while suppressing the flames on one side, he can also exert such fierce power. He is indeed not Omen. I'll leave it to you. Then Flame Swallow took out something and said, come on, smile. The object emitted a bright white flash, leaving Long momentarily disoriented. What the? He muttered. Wait a minute, this is… Flame Swallow smirked. Got you, you arrogant fool. You really think you're invincible? Long scoffed. Oh really? He then let out a shout and strained against the rope, but it wouldn't budge. He looked puzzled. Flame Swallow explained, save your energy, you can't break those ropes, because these ropes are made from fragments of a meteorite that fell from space, recovered from the waterworks, and those meteorites were originally meant to contain you. We've done extensive research on you. The H-City outbreak, that was your doing. After all this planning, we finally got you. Once we have you under control, the plague in H-City will be over. In Central Park, H-City, the Demon Rat reported, sir, the target has been captured by the Yanuang second team. They're transporting him to their ship now, requesting further orders. A voice crackled from the walkie-talkie. We're nearby. We'll regroup and discuss our next move. The Demon Rat thought to himself, I don't get it. How could the target be restrained by a simple red rope? He's not as powerful as the higher-ups made him out to be. If I'd known, Ghost Eve and I could have handled this ourselves. Now look at the mess we're in. I was even hoping to get back to my game early. Above the serious, Flame Swallow laughed and taunted, hey, old-timer, where's all that bravado now? You look like a wilted flower. If you're so tough, why don't you come out here and try to bite me? Golden Bear was a little worried, and said, is he dead? Is it really okay to soak him in anesthetic liquid? The commander said that he would be taken back for research. Flame Swallow said, this guy's regeneration ability and combat ability are really too terrifying. It's better to be dead, he thought. The meteorite block found in the waterworks can emit a kind of radiation that makes creatures extremely weak. After investigation, it turned out to be used to imprison this guy, but just now after he was held down, his subordinates actually did nothing and immediately retreated. It's really unsettling. Anyway, he is known as immortal. Increase the concentration of the anesthetic liquid by another 300 points, and implant another micro laser bomb into his body. I want to see how you want to die. I hope there will be no problems. He said, let's go. We'll go see the commander. A slow smile spread across Long's face. It was a smile that spoke of a plan unfolding perfectly. In Weiss' abandoned home, the clock ticked past 1:05 a.m. Pang, his voice laced with impatience, asked, are we ready to move out? Once you've packed everything, we should get going. Lou, why don't you go check on Bai? He's been holed up in Weiss' room all day. I'm starting to get a little worried. In the quiet solitude of Weiss' bedroom, Bai's voice was barely a whisper, a lament lost in the shadows. Wei, he murmured, his heart heavy with unspoken grief. I failed you. I know what everyone thinks, even if they don't say it. I'm just living a lie. But if there's a next life, please, Wei, let us find each other again. His words trailed off, his gaze drawn to a glint of steel. A knife lay discarded on a nearby table. Lou entered the room, a bottle of milk in her hand. Uncle, she began, her voice gentle. You're far too old for milk, surely. I'll just… Her words trailed off as she noticed the tears streaming down Bai's face. Uncle, why are you crying? Bai blinked, trying to compose himself. It's nothing, he mumbled, his voice thick with emotion. Just a bit of dust in my eye. Lou said, Uncle. Little Bear said crying and sand in the eyes mean the same thing, and also said this is an excuse for adults. Bai was a little puzzled. The one I kicked away wearing a bear costume and turned into a zombie. Lou said, yes, Uncle. What is an excuse? Can eat it? Uncle, don't be sad. I'll perform a show that Brother Appetizer just taught me. She rubbed her tummy and made gurgling noises. Bai looked a little confused. Then she lifted her head. Then she spit out the milk. Bai was a little shocked. This is, Lou said. Appetizer said that I performed this program with underwear. The original words are connotation. Uncle will be happy immediately. Because in Chinese, underwear and connotation are two words, and these two words have a same character. Bai finally understood what was going on. Very angry, and said, Uncle is very happy. I can't imagine that my cousin is so connotative, and also teaches children to perform programs. Lou said, Uncle, why are you still not happy? Downstairs in Weiss' house, Appetizer was beaten up and cried, Cousin, you are so cruel to me. I just taught Lou some special things. Bai shouted, if you make any more noise, believe it or not, I will cut off the thing on your neck. How dare you teach children bad things? Pang watched all this and said, great, it seems he is okay now. And so they began their perilous trek. Xiao's voice rang out, filled with anticipation. Victory is within our grasp. Li White, ever confident, declared, fear not, old master, my skills are unmatched. Pang, his senses on high alert, warned, stay vigilant, everyone. Ho! His voice laced with urgency called out, master, hurry, don't fall behind. But Bai remained lost in his own private grief. His voice a mere whisper carried on the wind. Way, he murmured, the words heavy with regret. I couldn't protect you, but I still have the power to shield these comrades. I won't allow any more sorrow. In that moment, a spark ignited within him, a beacon of renewed purpose, a flicker of hope, in the encroaching darkness. In the fleeting brilliance of the meteor shower, a vision flickered before his eyes, a familiar face etched in starlight. Way, was it really her? A voice called out to him, urging him onward. Coming, he replied, his heart pounding in his chest. And then, a triumphant cry pierced the night air. It was Hello, soaring high above, his voice ringing with excitement. I found it, Pang announced. This is it. Bai looked around, puzzled. This evacuation point seems awfully quiet. There's something moving in the grass. Bai spotted something moving in the grass. Suddenly, a snake appeared. He warned, everyone, freeze. There's a snake. Looks like it's venomous. Oh no, it's a 5-step snake. Scientific name, Dinocastrodinacutus. Suddenly, the snake lunged forward. Damn, Bai exclaimed, but he kept his cool and prepared to grab it. Bai sighed in relief. Good thing I've been enhanced. But then he noticed something horrifying. It's a 2-headed snake. Bai exclaimed, what the? That's even possible. But the snake's fangs couldn't pierce his gloves. Just then, Lu swooped down, laughing as he charged forward. Lu cried out, Uncle, behind you. He was puzzled. Behind me, he wondered. Then, in one swift motion, he flung the snake behind him. New skill unlocked. A gift of roses, leaves a lingering scent on the hand. Hello, after being bitten by the snake, let out a scream and flew away. Bai was confused. What was that? He wondered. How can it fly? Li White chimed in. That must be an angel sent by God to help you get rid of the snake. He was puzzled. It flew into the grass and vanished. Looks like it was some kind of flying zombie. Never mind that, he said. The hospital lights are on. Let's head over and check it out. This place has been hit by zombies, so everyone needs to be careful. We'll leave immediately if anything seems off. Someone else commented. LS this supposed to be the evacuation point. Doesn't look like any Onishir. That's strange. Lu noticed something on the book. She was a little scared, and said, Uncle, the leaves on the roof keep moving. Bai reassured her, it's just the wind. Don't worry. Just then, he spotted a massive green snake. Bai was shocked. Everyone, stay still, he warned. There's another huge snake behind us. Lu gasped, Uncle, it's enormous. Xiao then pointed out, and there are several more slithering out in front of us. Pang observed, looks like this evacuation point is a bust. It's become a snake pit. Bai agreed, those 3 2-headed snakes are bad enough, but that giant green snake behind us is terrifying. I'll count to 3, and we make a run for it. Snakes don't have good eyesight. They hunt by sensing heat. I can handle the smaller snakes up front, but I don't know what else might be lurking inside. So we need to get to the only safe place here. The morgue is freezing. Get ready. 1. But then, all of a sudden, Appetizer screamed and took off running. Damn it, Bai shouted. I only got to 1. Everyone, after him, he yelled, tears streaming down his face. Cousin, it bit my butt. Bai reassured him. It's just a water snake. You'll be fine. Just don't run so fast. Suddenly, another snake lunged at him, bitten his. Oh damn, that's terrible. Appetizer's inner thoughts at this moment. The end of the world. Can any of you understand how I feel now? Bai was a little flustered. Crap, his one is poisonous. He directly cut the snake in half and asked, are you alright? How could you run so fast after being poisoned? Appetizer cried out, saying, I'm fine, but he was already foaming at the mouth. Bai panicked, oh no, he's in bad shape, and a hospital like this probably won't have the right antivenom. Plus, the bite is in such an awkward place, we can't even try to suck out the venom. Pang interrupted, we don't need to run anymore. The big green snake outside isn't following us. Just then, Appetizer collapsed. The snake slipped away. Bai shouted, just now. Running accelerated the blood flow. Pull yourself together. The hospital might have a doctor who can save you. Don't die. There's no other way. While the poison has just taken effect, I'll help you. He took out a kitchen knife and said, painless cut. Suddenly, Appetizer stared at him, with resentment. The thing on his neck also flat. Bai was a little caught off guard and said, didn't you just faint? The rope came undone, and the creature was loose. Damn it, Appetizer yelled. How did it get out? Cousin, I'm scared, Appetizer whispered, his eyes wide with fear. We have to try something, Bai urged. Let's see what it does. Then, with terrifying speed, the creature dove into the festering wound. Appetizer screamed. Bai's eyes widened in disbelief. That wound. Could it be? Is it actually drawing out the poison? Suddenly, a crowd gathered, whipping out phones and cameras to capture the moment. Wow, get a shot of that, someone shouted. This is amazing. In despair, Appetizer groaned. Just let me die. Cousin, he said, a wave of relief washing over him. It's gone. The poison's really gone. But then, he started screaming again, his voice filled with agony. Cousin, just kill me now. I can't take it anymore. Bai looked at him, confused. Just then, Hem walked in, grinning. What's all the commotion? He asked. Anything fun happening? I want in on the action. 2 zombies. Bai muttered, his eyes narrowed. And the dog talks. He exchanged a look with Pang. A plan formed in their minds. They sprang into action, cleaver flashing. Pang yelled, check out my cleaver, and threw it at them. But suddenly, a flurry of playing cards stopped it in its tracks. Playing cards, Bai exclaimed, his eyes wide with disbelief. In an instant, a box materialized from thin air, as if by magic. The box fell over Pang, and when it opened, he was gone. In his place stood the Dark Sun Magician. Well, he said, looks like another one just walked in. The magician looked around, confused. Where did they go? What the? Did I do something wrong? He realized the box had been facing the wrong way. Bai was puzzled. What's going on here? Where's Pang? Who was in that box? Then he looked up. Damn, I didn't even notice the hole in the ceiling. The magician shrugged. Looks like he messed up a bit, he admitted, but no worries. The show must go on. He suddenly appeared beside Li White and Evil Sister, who exchanged confused glances. Who was that? One of them whispered. It sounded like it came from the box. The magician snapped his fingers. Li White was a little puzzled. In the mouth. Flowers. Their bodies were shaking, as if under some kind of spell. The magician grinned. Fresh test subjects, he said. The dark wizard will be thrilled. Go on, you two. Just chop off everyone else's hands. The old man looked at Li White, puzzled. What's wrong? Why do you have a flower in your mouth? What's happening? Wake up, you two. Li White was armed with nothing but a nail clipper, and Evil Sister had only a cucumber. Bai charged forward, leaping into the air with a battle cry. Wow, impressive jump, the magician exclaimed. With a few enhancements, you'll be a level 5 knight in no time. He swung his knife, but only managed to hit a mirror. Bai looked confused. The magician sneered. Don't rush things. You two are experts at fighting amongst yourselves. Now, let's see the rest of your little show. Just who do you think you are? Bai demanded. Doing a few tricks doesn't make you special. The magician responded by tossing 2 swords in their direction. What are we going to do? The old man asked. They've been hypnotized. Xiao exclaimed. Ham grinned. Serpent King, go get the one with the knife. Lu cried out. Uncle. Bai spun around, slashing his blade, but Li White retaliated, his attack nearly hitting Lu. The old man threw himself in front of the blow, deflecting it just in the nick of time. Bai and Lu cried out. Li White, the old man said, his voice heavy with sorrow, why do you always have to be this way? Blind to what's right and wrong. Li White, oblivious to the pain he was causing, wore an arrogant smirk. The old man crumpled to the ground, life extinguished in an instant. Lu's scream ripped through the air. Grandpa, no. The magician's face twisted into a cruel grin. Yes, feed on that despair. This old fool was nothing but garbage anyway. Evil Sister, wake up. Xiao screamed, his voice desperate. This is the only way. Air compression blast, now. The magician watched, his body shaking with excitement. A newly awakened mutant, he breathed. Incredible. Just then, Ho appeared and launched another surprise attack. Friendly reminder, never underestimate the little terrors around you.